Hello Encounters USA fans, and welcome to Encounters USA, your one stop for all your paranormal needs. Now, if you don't want to miss an encounter, hit that like and subscribe button so you'll be notified when the latest encounters come online. And don't forget, we're also on Rumble and Facebook, so if you want to join our page, just go to Encounters USA. Today we're going to be looking at the Dogman exclusively, because at Encounters USA we do aliens, Bigfoot, and Dogman, but unfortunately there's not so much information and photos as we're going to see on the Dogman. So we're going to look at a few photos and one video taken by legendary Dogman hunter Scott Carpenter. Finally, we're going to look at a map put out by the North American Dogman Project. And it's going to show us Dogman encounters in the USA. So it's going to be a great show. So let's get started. All right, the first thing we want to look at is a photograph. And unfortunately, with all these photographs of Dogmen, they're blurry. But thankfully, this one appears to be clear and concise, and it shows what the descriptions of the Dogman depict. Now, I'm not sure that this is a real Dogman. I'm using it because, as I said, this is what people describe: a very muscular type dog or canine-looking individual on its hind feet, walking like a human being, and standing between 7 and 10 feet tall. Now in the next picture we're going to see a blurry Dogman, and it's not really obvious, but if you look into the eyes, there are definitely some kind of intelligence that is depicted. Now, is this real, or is this some kind of fake or something done in Photoshop? I don't know. Leave your comments in the comment section and tell me what you think. In the next shot, we have a Dogman, and he is, like most of these shots, hiding behind some brush, and the picture is blurry for sure, so we can't really make out what it is, but it doesn't look like anything familiar. So is this a Dogman? What do you think? Go ahead and leave your comments in the comments section. Now, in the last video, I'm going to take this famous video by our friend Scott Carpenter, who I had the pleasure of interviewing a few years ago. Actually, I did 2 interviews with Scott, and it was very enlightening. As a matter of fact, I also interviewed Joedy of the North American Dogman Project, and that interview was enlightening as well. I will leave the links to those interviews in the description of this video. Now, the final thing that I want to look at in this video, and I'm sorry, again, it's very blurry and it's very hard to make things out, but there is an image of some kind of canine-looking creature, or critter as they say in the South. And according to Scott Carpenter, he says that this thing wagged his ear at him. So I don't know what this actually means. Is it a signal of some sort? I'm not familiar with how a Dogman might communicate. I don't know if he's giving Scott a wink, or if he's signaling like predators who will lift their ears when they're about ready to strike or they're stressed. I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to point out there's nothing to fear from him. So what do you think of this video? Alright, now, in the final part of our presentation today, I want to show you the Dogman map, and I want to point out the fact that the majority of the Dogman sightings are from the middle part of the USA, a few in Canada, but most of them are located in the central part of the US, moving east and south. Of course, we also have Dogmen in the American Southwest, who's part of the Hopi, the Navajo, and the Apache culture. Now later on we're going to be looking a lot more into their encounters with Dogman, but I just want to point out to you that there are a lot of Dogman sightings. Now when I talk to people about Encounters USA and I tell them we do aliens, Bigfoot, and Dogman, they say, "What? What is a Dogman?" So of course Dogman is not as well known as Bigfoot or aliens. And of course, as we see, there's not as many photos or encounters, but there are enough credible encounters and there's enough evidence from credible people that we can't dismiss this phenomenon. And as I did update a few weeks ago, I talked about how the United States government started conducting a Dogman project back in 2022. Now I don't know the results of that project, but I will be looking into it because I'd like to know what the US government has decided. And I'm sure we can trust whatever the government says. So alright, that's our daily encounters, and I want you to remember that we do these every day. I try to find UFOs, alien, Bigfoot, and of course Dogmen, because people need to know there's more to the world than just what we see in our everyday lives. And that's what makes our lives so interesting. I want to thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And please, if you're out looking for the Dogman, always watch your back.